In this video, you'll see tips for removing a tile floor that's next to a bathtub. These tips are great if you want to keep the main bathroom floor, but remove your bathtub and add a walk-in shower. So the first big tip I have for you is to get this Montolit CGX 115 diamond blade. You'll connect that to an angle grinder and it'll cut through porcelain and ceramic tile. The other big tip is to get a dust shroud and set that dust shroud to the right depth that includes the thin set layers, the tile, and whatever underneath that. Also, connect the shop vac that you're going to be using to that dust shroud, and that'll reduce the dust. I also highly recommend these awesome knee pads by ProKnee. They're about 2 inches thick, and they'll save your knees, and you'll thank me the next morning because you'll be much more well off. You need to make some test cuts in a scrap piece of tile if you're using a new diamond blade. This will slough off the initial layer of diamonds on that diamond blade and give you a smooth, straight cut on the tile floor that you're trying to preserve. So just make sure you do that if you're using a new diamond blade. Now for the actual process of removing this tile. You want to plunge cut the diamond blade and angle grinder into the line that you struck on the floor. So you can just draw a line on the floor with a pencil, and this will help you cut through that. So I just went from right to left and left to right using the diamond blade and the angle grinder and dust shroud. As you can see, it really cut down on the dust. Now without the dust shroud, as you can see here, there's a lot of dust kicked up from the tiles, and that's not necessarily a good thing, but you can try to catch it with your shop vac. There's just a big difference between not using the dust shroud and using it. You want to wipe off any of the dust that's on the tiles, and then what you can do next is simply use a hammer to smash those tiles into a bunch of pieces. Here are some pro tips. If any of those shards go onto the finished floor, immediately remove them because you don't want them to scratch the finished floor that you're trying to preserve. The other thing is, if you have any pieces that go on the next piece of tile you're trying to remove, move those off because as you strike the tile with the hammer, a tile could come up and hit you in the face. Also, wear some protective gloves that are thick. I like these ones from Ironclad. Then I used the shop vac to clean up the rest of the thin set and any debris that was left over. I also had to make a relief cut between the curdy band and the tub. The curdy band was holding the tub down on the floor, so I had to use a 36-inch pry bar to pry up on that after the curdy band was cut, and that helped me remove the bathtub. You can then use a 36-inch pry bar to pry up underneath whatever your underlayment is. In this case, it is DITRA. So I got up underneath that, and because I cut through it with the diamond blade, it made it a lot easier to remove this layer that was underneath the tile floor. That cutting process really helps out. Then you can remove any of the remaining thin set, and you'll have a nice area where now you can build your walk-in shower instead of having a tub shower in that location. In future videos, we're also going to have tips for you on how to build this shower, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up if you think it helped yourself out or if you think it'll help somebody else out. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.